Welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 24th of August for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now, especially if you do comment, because I do answer every single one. Also, you can join Elisa and I on the daily astrology and video show. You can see your written daily horoscope there. I explain the dominant astrological feature of each day. Elisa gives a more spiritual dimension. Or you can download now, free, beneath here, your natal horoscope report to find out exactly where all your planets are located. Now this week begins with the Sun in the sign of Virgo still, along with Mercury. Now Mercury, of course, is the ruler of Virgo, so this presents an opportunity for precision. But we're going to need it this week because on Tuesday there's a quarter moon in the more exuberant, buccaneering sign of Sagittarius. And it's possible that this could see us promise to do things for people in good faith, which may prove actually a bit difficult to deliver upon. Or if we're someone who's very conscientious at the best of times, it may seem that other people's demands are really closing in on us. So it's just a reminder to reinforce our boundaries. Now Mars, the planet of desire, is still in a right angle with Saturn. This has been going on all month. And of course Saturn is in retrograde, as is Mars. So the clue here is that if we're wanting to make progress about something, we're probably going to need to factor in that it might not go quite as quickly as we like, because Saturn can be like almost a brake that restricts and limits us and creates frustration, quite frankly. But Venus is definitely the dominant planet this week and forges a number of very interesting angles. On Monday and Tuesday, she's pushing us to go outside our comfort zone, be a bit more experimental. If we're in a relationship where we're basically happy, but it's become rather too mundane, Venus and Uranus are saying, look, can we change things up a bit? Reimagine how we can do things to recreate the spark. But also Pluto is in conflict with Pluto this week. Now, tiny Pluto is very influential because it is about power. And so when we have Venus opposite Pluto, somebody could offer us something. It may be to do with a business proposition, it may be a financial situation, or it may be affection. It could even be sex. But when Pluto's involved in the mix, we need to be a little bit aware of as to if there's any leverage involved, any catch. But someone may really present something or themselves in such an alluring way, it may be very hard to resist. And also Venus is forging a quite beautiful angle to Neptune. This is one of the most glorious of all the Venus-Neptune angles, and it can promote the potential for true love. But it is also true to say that Venus is in opposition with Jupiter, which is rather an exuberant link, which kind of encourages us to have fun, to be, although Jupiter's weakened in the sign of Capricorn, it is saying, look, if we can break out and enjoy the good things in life, perhaps spoil ourselves a little bit, because Jupiter can be in Capricorn about luxury, and Venus in Cancer is about creating a reality that's rather warming and comforting. So you can see an enormous welter of different planetary influences. The best thing each of us can do is be conscious of sincerity, because with Venus in Cancer, it's a very nurturing, it's a very lovely location, and it can bring out the more mothering instincts within us. But I think if there is somebody perhaps dazzles us with that Uranus energy, who's rather different and dashing, just be conscious of the Pluto energy as well, because the potential for something magical is there this week, but also for some kind of grand deception too. Your specific forecast, Pisces, sees your two co-rulers of Jupiter and Neptune really much in the mix this week. Now, of course, they have been in a long-standing collaboration, but this week Venus comes into the situation and provides some real magic. If you're lucky enough to be meeting someone for the first time, this relationship can really give you a great uplift. But also, Jupiter is in opposition to Venus, so this could make you very generous and thoughtful to someone you encounter. There is still the link between Venus and Uranus in the first couple of days of this week, which can provide excitement, some flirty exchanges, or push to try out a more experimental approach to the way you manage your ideas and creativity and flair. But later in the week, Venus and Pluto are in opposition, and this does require a bit of care because there could be someone perhaps in your circle or who you encounter that really makes your pulse race. But just because that's the case doesn't necessarily mean they're a good person to get involved with, because they may have different expectations or different motivations from you and you from they. If you can come to a point of understanding, then this could be a fantastic connection and very, very amorous, to be honest. And also with the Sun and Mercury in your sector of relating, your desire to create a better interaction with others is certainly there. It is true that Saturn is in your sector of friendship, and that's clashing with Mars. And when it comes to your long-term future, money may be something that's not quite fitting with your idealism just at the moment. And there's also a quarter moon, which for you sees the moon high in the sky. And therefore, when it comes to a professional relationship, no amount of charm may necessarily please or impact on the person that's interviewing you or who you're doing presentation for. So just be your natural self. Thank you so much for having joined me. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace more serious astrology, please check out my affordable range of astrology reports. You can get 30% off a forecast and a character analysis, or you can check out my one-to-one consultations and see my testimonials below. But for now, stay safe, take care, and good luck.